The Missouri Secretary of State's office and the Wolfner Talking Book and Braille Library present this guide to understanding blindness, Braille, and the tools and technologies that help individuals with print disabilities, those who are blind, visually impaired, or unable to hold or read printed material. They face unique challenges in accessing information. However, advances in tactile reading systems like Braille, mobility aids like white canes and guide dogs, and cutting-edge assistive technologies have significantly improved quality of life. We'll begin by exploring Braille, one of the most important tools for people who are blind or visually impaired. This tactile reading and writing system has opened the door to literacy, independence, and equal access to information. Louis Braille, who was blinded at the age of 3, developed the Braille system in 1824 at just 15 years old. He was inspired by a French military communication code called night writing, which could be read in the dark. Braille designed a tactile system of raised dots that revolutionized reading and writing for blind individuals. Today, it's used globally. Braille is based on 6 dot cells arranged in 2 columns of 3. Each dot is numbered, and various combinations represent letters, numbers, punctuation marks, and even whole words or abbreviations. Readers move their fingers from left to right across the page. Many skilled Braille readers read faster than those reading standard print. Here is the Braille alphabet. You can see how the red dots are used to represent the various letters of the alphabet. In order to write Braille, different tools can be used. The Perkins Brailler is the most widely used mechanical Braille writer globally since its invention in 1951. When the keys are pressed, it embosses cells of raised dots onto Braille paper. A slate and stylus is a portable manual tool for writing Braille on the go. The slate is a 2-piece frame connected on a hinge, and it has multiple Braille dot openings similar to a stencil. Paper can be inserted into the middle of the slate, and then Braille dots are punched with the stylus. When reading Braille, there are several options one can choose. There are traditional Braille books, which are large and often multi-volume. For example, The Great Gatsby by Scott F. Fitzgerald spans 5 volumes. As a result, physical Braille books require a lot of storage space. Today, we also use refreshable Braille displays, electronic devices that use small pins that rise and fall to form a series of Braille cells. They connect to computers or smart devices, making reading compact and convenient. Beyond Braille, there are several other essential tools that support independent living for people who are blind or visually impaired. These include mobility aids like white canes and guide dogs, which help with safe navigation and greater autonomy in daily life. The white cane provides safe, independent navigation for blind and visually impaired individuals. It dates back to the early 1900s when a man from England, James Biggs, decided to paint his cane white to make himself more visible to motorists. In the 1930s, Lions Clubs International in the United States promoted the use of white canes, recognizing their importance for independent mobility and safety. President Lyndon B. Johnson designated October 15th as White Cane Safety Day in 1964. The standard technique for using a white cane is known as the Hoover method, developed by Richard E. Hoover, a rehabilitation specialist working with World War II veterans. The technique involves swinging the cane side to side to detect obstacles. Some people who are blind may choose to acquire a guide dog. These dogs are trained to help their handlers navigate the world safely and independently. The first organized guide dog training began in Germany during World War I, when thousands of soldiers returned from the war blinded, often from poison gas. Puppies begin training at 8 weeks of age. They are raised by volunteers who teach basic obedience, house manners, and expose the puppies to various environments. Formal guide dog training begins when the dogs are roughly 14 to 18 months of age. After attending school for about 2 years, dogs are matched with handlers and trained together for 2 to 4 weeks to build a partnership. The cost of raising, training, and caring for a guide dog can range from $10,000 to $50,000. Most guide dog organizations take donations and have fundraisers to cover the cost, so they do not have to charge that much to individuals with disabilities. Lastly, in our discussion of tools for independent living, we want to cover other assistive technologies. Blindness can be partial or complete and covers a range of visual impairments. The following tools can assist people who fall on that spectrum. Magnifiers are used by people with low vision and come in various sizes and formats. They enlarge text on everyday items like bills, newspapers, or books. There is also text-to-speech software. Programs like JAWS and NVDA convert text on a screen into spoken words, allowing readers to read emails and documents, browse the internet, or access digital information independently. New technologies, such as AI-powered glasses, are always in development and are transforming visual accessibility. These devices describe surroundings in real time, assist with navigation, and interpret visual information that may not be readily accessible to a non-visual person. Now that we've covered the tools available for those with visual impairments, let's discuss the rules of courtesy when interacting with blind or visually impaired individuals. Understanding and following the rules of courtesy is essential for ensuring their safety, comfort, and independence. Do not touch or feed guide dogs without asking. They are working, should be treated with respect, and must not be distracted. Even if they're lying beside their owner, they are busy paying close attention so that they will be alerted when the owner is ready to move. Give individuals using white canes space to navigate freely. Do not touch a blind person without telling them. Keep in mind they cannot see you reaching out, so your touch may startle them or cause them to lose balance if not seated. Always introduce yourself clearly by name and speak in an appropriate volume. Since they cannot see you and may not recognize your voice, it's always best to start a conversation with "Hi, this is," followed by your name. Remember, they can hear you, so keep your volume at a normal level. Knowing the rules of courtesy is a key part of treating people with visual impairments with respect, but it's equally important to understand the legal rights that protect their access and inclusion. Rights guaranteed by the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA. The ADA is a civil rights law that prohibits discrimination against people with disabilities in everyday life. It helps ensure that individuals with disabilities, including those with print disabilities, have the same opportunities as everyone to enjoy a fulfilling life. To wrap up this presentation, we'd like to introduce the Wolfner Talking Book and Braille Library, a division of the Missouri Secretary of State's office and a vital resource for Missourians with print disabilities, including blindness or low vision, physical disabilities preventing book use, reading disabilities such as dyslexia, or cognitive disabilities such as autism or ADHD. We provide free access to books, technology, and support services to ensure everyone can enjoy reading and lifelong learning. Available materials include over 10,000 large print books, over 23,000 Braille titles available through the National Library Service, over 200,000 audiobooks, free audiobook players and refreshable Braille displays, and access to BARD, the Braille and Audio Reading Download Service, for instant downloads to smart devices. If you or someone you know qualifies for our service, contact Wolfner Library to receive an application. You can call toll-free at 1-800-392-2614 or call us locally at 573-751-8720. Applications must be certified by a professional, including teachers, healthcare providers, caregivers and residential staff, public librarians, social workers and case managers, therapists, whether PT, OT, or speech, and meal delivery or senior center employees. For more information or assistance, please visit our website at www.sos.mo.gov. You can also reach us by mail at Missouri Secretary of State, 600 West Main Street, Jefferson City, Missouri 65101. You can reach us by email at wolfner@sos.mo.gov and by phone at 573-751-8720.